Hey, good morning. I'm Sarah. Excited to lead you through a math class today. I hope you guys slept well. Thanks for joining me today. I'm not sure what our theme is today. I think I'm just going to kind of roll with it and see what happens. Let's go ahead and focus on our motivational quote today. So let's see which one comes up. Let's see here. Here's a good one for today. Let's see here. I may not be there yet, but I'm closer than I was yesterday. So each day, I think we have to try to find something that we can do, if it's not to help yourself, but to help others, because I know there's so many people struggling out there with this quarantine and staying home. Not only like with your job and earning money and making a living, but I think sometimes it gets a little bit depressing when you're home alone and don't have people to talk to or whatnot. So here we are, hopefully together in this community, and let's move. We're gonna feel so much better if we get to move. So let me move my mat just a little. And I have my sweet little Evie making crepes in the other room. So if you hear a little clinking, that's her making some French crepes. All right, so let's start and get those abs warmed up. We're gonna be on the mat here. I got the dogs out earlier and got a little cold, so I have my space heater on. Reach your arms out in front of you. We're gonna roll back, inhale, and exhale, curl on up, making your back nice and flat. Rounding it to go back. Reach your arms over your head, scoop the belly in, and come on up. We've got 3 more, so try to find that control when you roll back. Keeping your head from bobbling forward. Keep your head back as you roll back. And roll on up. And one more time. We're going to roll back and stay back. Place our hands behind the head, and we're going to do a little air footwork. So we'll pretend we're on a reformer. If you don't know what a reformer is, it's a machine that Joseph Pilates made that was pulled together with springs. So imagine you're pushing springs away, lengthening, and then pull your abs in to bring the knees back in. Here we go. Out and in. Out and in. Out and in. 3 more. 3, 2, and last one. Now we're going to bring the knees and feet hugged together. Inhale, press out. Exhale, pull in. Out and in. Try not to let your body move on the mat too much. 4, 3, and 2, and 1 more. Okay, now I'm going to pull my toes back, flex my feet, and press out. Out and in. Out and in. I'm trying to hold my belly button in and up because naturally it's going to want to push out. So we got to keep that guy sucked in. Last 2. And then we're going to keep the legs straight and point, flex the ankles. Here we go. And 5. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Lower your head, hug your knees to your chest. The 100 is next. We're going to pump those arms by the side, send the legs out. If you're a little tired today, keep your knees bent. Otherwise, reach out and let's go. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. That's 1. Inhale. Exhale. This is 2. This is 3. Exhale. This is 4. And 5. Exhale. This is 6. 7. 8. When it gets hard is when we need to hold on to it the most. 9. Last time. Oh, good job. Hug your knees to your chest, rest your head back. We'll stretch the legs out onto the mat for the roll up. Reach your arms to the ceiling, lift your head, and roll up and round forward.
Roll back slowly, bone by bone. We call that segmentally. You want to really turn your pelvis under you like it's a wheel and reach your arms up. And round forward and stretch. And roll back, cinching that waist behind you or lassoing your waistline behind you. This is 3. We've got 2 more. And we've got 1 more. Exhale, round forward and stretch. And then we're going to go into the roll over. So I send myself a little forward on the mat. I'm going to roll back, lift my legs, and roll over. And then separate the legs. Flex your feet and roll down. Bone by bone. And legs come together. Exhale, roll over. Straighten those legs, pull your toes back. You get a little neural stretch here. In the morning, our spine feels a little stiffer than later in the day. So what a great way for us to start our day and to move the body from inside out. Okay, keep the legs apart. Roll over. Bring the legs together. And as you roll down, try to bring your legs closer to your body. Gives you a little bit more of a stretch. I already got that Pilates tremor going. How about you? And 2 more. Part, roll over. See if you can reach for the floor. Some days I can, some days I'm a little more stiff. Our bodies really are different every day, just like our moods. And 1 more. Some days are a little easier than others. But one thing we can do is try to build a routine and help ourselves. Okay, let's go ahead and lower just the right leg and keep the left leg up. Point and flex that foot. We haven't done tree yet in the series, I don't believe, so I'm going to go ahead and give tree a try. So the left leg is your tree. You're going to externally rotate your thigh a little bit. Lift your head, and you're going to try to walk up the leg. And then stretch your leg at the top here. Boy, I'm shaking today. And then back down. Inhale. Exhale. Lift up. Gotta use those abs to walk up the leg. Take a big stretch. And then back down. And we got 1 more. And curling up. And stretch. And back down. And then we head into the 1 leg circle. So from here, we'll take the leg across the body, circle down and up. And exhale up. 5, 4, this is 3, and 2. Stabilize that right hip and right leg. Then switch directions. Out, across, and up. 5, and 4, and 3. Final 2. Keeping that leg straight. You're doing great. Hug that knee to your chest. And then pull your ankle across your body and then press that left hip down and stretch your glute. So I just taught my first Zoom Pilates private from my home to another person's home, no contact Pilates, and it went pretty well. All right, let's lift the other leg up towards the ceiling. Keep your legs straight. Curl your chin to your chest and walk up the leg. Grab a hold of your ankle or as high as you can, and then climb down the leg and really try to get that knee straight like you're plugging your leg into the ceiling. And curl up. 2, 3 with your hands. Stretch. Arms down the back and down the leg. This is 2. We've got 1 more. Curling up and stretch. And exhale, back down. The 1 leg circle. So we're going to take the leg across the body. I feel my inner thigh, touch my other inner thigh, and circle around. 5. Exhale, 4. We've got this. 3. And exhale, scoop the belly. 2, 1 more. And reverse your direction for 5. And 4. Imagine your leg was attached to a spring and you pushed it down and it pulled you back up. 2, and 1 more. And bend the knee. So you're going to have your right hand on the ankle, your right hand on the same knee, the right knee, and then the left hand on your opposite ankle, and try to pull up. Gets that 𝓈𝒶𝓁 area, the glute, and stretches so you can minimize that sciatic pain we get sometimes. Yesterday I sat at the computer a little too long and kind of feeling it today. So today we'll get outside. Curl your chin to your chest, roll up, bring the hips forward for rolling like a ball. We roll back to our shoulder tips and roll back on up. So think of having your head stay forward and off the mat, as well as your feet, and try to balance on your sitting bones or right behind your sitting bones. We've got 2 more. Inhale back, exhale forward, and our last one here. Okay, I'm going to bring my bottom back just a hair on the mat so I have room for the ab series. Today I'm going to go a little bit quicker, and I'll do a Instagram TV on the ab series as well. So if you guys ever want to review those, they will appear shortly. All right, so you're going to roll back. You're going to pull your legs in, one leg in, and then switch sides and pull in. I'm not big on this like little fluffy touch. Grab your leg and pull it in. And pull. And pull. You got to limber your body up, and the only way to do that is to really squeeze and contract those muscles and then let them go. Last one each side. Double leg stretch. You will get stronger holding your head up, but the only way to get stronger is by doing this work. Double leg stretch. 2 more. And last one. And then we're going to head into scissors. So I hold my leg, I pull 2 times and switch. And pull, 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 pull. Keeping my leg really straight and my abs firm. 4, 3, 2. That double pull just gives you a little extra stretch. 1. Hand over hand behind the head. Double leg lower. Lift and up. 5. Down slow. Up faster. Exhale. Exhale. 1 more. And then we're going to bend the knees. I'm going to rest my head back for a second. Woo! Burning. Okay, legs at tabletop. Let's begin by not moving the legs. Curl up. Turn, turn, turn. Look back. Back to center. Don't fall back. Turn, turn, turn. Back to center. Twist. My hips aren't moving. My legs aren't moving. Ugh, but my ribs are. Twist those ribs. And 1 more. And rest. Okay, we're going to do crisscross next. Crisscross, we send the opposite leg out and think of looking behind your shoulder. So I'm going to twist towards you, lovely people this morning, and go the other way. 3, 2, and 1. And we're going to sit right on up. 4. Spine stretch forward. So the toes are up, the toes pull back, the knees are straight. See where you can see me? There we go. And round forward and stretch and lift back up. Inhale. Exhale, round your spine even further forward. Keep your arms parallel to the floor and really deepen through those abs. 2. Love it. Let's do 3 more. 3. We've got 2 more. Last one. Push your hands down on an imaginary table. Push down. Pull the belly back. Create space in your waist. Grab your ankles and slide your feet in for open leg rocker prep. Now you could always hold behind your thighs if holding your shins isn't an option today. And we slowly lift the legs up and bend the legs down. It's a balance exercise. If you're doing this at home, which I'm assuming you are, if you fall, no one sees, you're good to go. And last one. We're gonna roll back to your shoulders and then roll right back up and balance. And roll back and up. 3 more. 3. Try to keep your connections. 2. Awesome job. 1 more. And then let's close the legs together. We had to corkscrew. So we lie on the back. And if you wanted to put your hands under your tailbone because your back's like dying, do that. Otherwise, we'll keep working through it. You're going to circle your legs one direction around and up, and then the other way. And up, out, down, side, up, side, lower, pull the belly in, and up. Now another little version, I'll bend my knees to rest for a sec. Another version is to start to lift the pelvis a little, to make it a little bit harder. So let's try that. Legs are straight. I'm going to lift my pelvis, lower, circle to my right, left, center, and lift, lower, left, around, right. We'll do this 2 more times. Try not to use momentum, but curl the lift up. You get those lower abs. And last one, curl the lift up. Beautiful. Legs apart, sit up. We have saw now, which is a twisting exercise. So I'm going to try to turn so you can see me a little bit better. Your hands behind your head. We're going to build up to saw. Let's side bend your left elbow over to your left knee. So we're going to come up and over, and I'm opening my right rib cage, peeling it open. From my left side, I'm going to lift back up to center, and I'm going to side bend over and bring my right elbow to my right knee, and I'm opening my left rib cage and back up to center. Let's do this 2 more times. Lift and open that right rib cage and up through center. And then my left side is my shorter side, so I try to give it a little extra love here. There we go, and 1 more each way. Nice. Okay, we're going to twist, turn towards the leg. So I'm twisted, my shoulders are facing my right foot, and I'm going to round forward and try to bring my forehead towards my leg, and then I stack back up. However, both butt cheeks need to stay planted into the mat. And lift back up. And twist. And reach. Keeping that left seat down. And stack. And turn. And round. And we've got 1 more. Twist. Round forward. My left hip is reaching back. Stacking up. And my right hip is reaching back. And back up. Okay, now for saw, the arms come to the sides. We'll turn to the right, reach your backhand back, palm faces in, and reach 1, 2, 3, and lift, and twist, and reach 1, 2, 3, and lift. So 𝓏 would say, take your pinky finger and saw off your pinky toe. And when he created these exercises, he did put them in a sequence, of which we are following today. And last one. Excellent. And then from saw, we're going to go into swan. So we're going to turn, I'm going to swivel around, bring my legs behind me, and your hands right by your sides on the mat. How are we doing so far? We good? All right, so let's start with the head down. The hands by your sides are going to lift your eyes, your nose, your chin, and your chest. This is the first time in class today that we've started our extension. So your extension really helps that upper back from rounding forward. We want to build those muscles up
in that back so that you can stay open through your chest. Okay, we're going to go into a swan dive. So you're going to inhale, lift up, and then we kick the legs. And then we kick the legs up. So I'm using my hands on the mat, and I'm keeping my eyes up the whole time. I realize this one looks easier than it really is. And rest. And today we're going to actually try to do the swan dive where we let go with our hands. Okay, so we're going to go from here. We lift up. I'm going to send my arms out, kick my legs, and dive. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then I sit back. Little counter stretch here. You can have your toes tucked under or your feet flat. And then we go into single leg kick and double leg kick. So we're going to bring the forearms under us with the knuckles facing each other. This one's going to engage the hammies, the glutes, and stretch the quads. Keep your hip bones pressing in and your pubic bone forward, so you're not too much in your lower back. Hug your rib cage up off the mat. All these setup cues are really important. Right leg kicks, 1, 2, lower the leg, left leg, 1, 2. As I'm going, I try not to shift side to side. Here we go. And kick, 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 kick. This feels really good in my quads. If you like to bike, you tend to have tighter quads, so it's nice to get those guys stretched out. And kick, 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 kick. We've got one more on each side. And then we're going to head into double leg kick. So we sweep our arms around, clasp your hands, and we're going to turn the head to one direction. I kick my heels 3 times. 1, 2, 3. As the feet go down, I lift my chest up, and I look the other way. 3, 2, 1. And kick, kick, kick. Notice if your neck is a little bit stiffer and it's harder to turn your head one way. Kick, kick. 2 more. And kick, kick, kick. Lift. And kick, kick, kick. From here, I'm going to sweep my legs through. I always like to try to jump my legs through my hands. I'm just being silly. You can come up with any transition that you want. And then we're going to go into neck pull. So these are these little rice bags my daughter sewed. That could be a project. If you need something to hold your legs down for a neck pull. So we're going to lie on your back, bring your hands behind your head. Try to stack one hand on top of the other. It's just a little bit harder than putting your hands here. And without overthinking it, exhale and round forward and stretch. Joe Pilates would say pull on the neck, stretch it open. Bring your head towards the mat and then lift up flat. Inhale, create space in your body. Hinge back, exhale, curl back. Inhale, exhale, round forward, stretch. Stack your spine and hinge back and curl to roll down. We've got one more. Exhale, curl forward, stretch, lift your spine up tall, and roll back down. Okay, I think I want to teach jackknife today, so I'm going to get rid of my weighted bags. And jackknife is a version of rollover, but we get to pop the legs up. It's kind of fun. So squeeze those legs together. You could start with your knees bent or your legs up if coming from the floor is too hard for you today. And I am going to build little TV series, Instagram TV series, where I break these series down so you can just practice one segment of the class versus the whole thing. I roll over, I'm going to jackknife my legs up, and I roll down. Up and over, lift and lower. 2 more. Up and down.
Last one. I try to keep my head in one place. It is tricky. And roll down. All right, spine twist. My arms to the sides. I'm going to turn to the right for 2 and back to center and to the left for 2. And to the right and to the left. All right, let's do a little cheat check. Are we cheating? Bring your hands behind your head and twist. Can you get as far? Sometimes with the arms, we like to swing them around and you lose focus or sight of that core and those ribs. One more each way. Twist, twist, center, and twist, twist. Okay, from here, we're gonna go to shoulder bridge. So roll to your back, bend your knees. And I like my feet kind of near my bum. I can feel my heels with my fingertips. And bridge your hips up, inhale. And then exhale, lower down segmentally. If you've been following me, we know how many vertebrae we have because I've been saying it every time. We have 7 cervical vertebrae, 12 thoracic, and 5 lumbar. So add it up. We've got 24 spots or moments on the mat. So you've got to really concentrate and feel what's happening in your body today as you roll down, bone by bone. You can also do these with your feet up on the couch or the wall. I'll break that down as well one day. And rolling down. We've got a couple more, and then we'll do some single leg kicks. And last one, bridge up. Tight glutes, tight tush. Try to get your pubic bone higher than your hip bones. It's hard, really stretches your psoas, but boy, it helps the back. And then lower down slowly, bone by bone by bone. Before we go into the kicks, I'm going to add something. Go into a figure 4 with your heel up against your thigh. Press the heel down and stretch. And then lower your spine down through the center of your back, which is a little bit harder now that we have only one leg down. So we've lost a bit of our base of support. And bridge up, inhale, and exhale, lower down, bone by bone. And let's just do one more on this side. So it's gonna get that left glute to stretch, that left hip to open, and that right glute to strengthen. And the hips level and lower down. Fabulous, other side, left heel down, cross your right ankle over the thigh. A little tighter on this side, how about you? Bridge up, inhale, and lower down slowly, bone by bone by bone. 2 more, bridge up, tighten that left glute, open this right hip, and lower down. Love it, one more, inhale up, and exhale to lower yourself down. And then the kicks as promised. Bring your legs a little closer together. Bridge your hips up. Slide your left leg along the mat so it's straight. And then like a little rocket ship with core control, we're going to kick the leg up. Let's do 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I grab the floor with my foot and I pull my heel back in. Rebalance, right leg out, reset. Think about your core and your length, and we're gonna rocket ship that leg up with control. Hands down, 4, push into your arms, 3, more your palms, and 1 more. And then slide the spine down, inch by inch. And we're gonna head into our side kick series. So I'm gonna simply roll to my right side with my elbow supporting my head. We could also try this up on the forearm today, which makes it a little bit harder. So I have my elbows here. My left hand is gonna be like my kickstand, and I'm gonna reach my leg out in front of me, or on top of my other leg, excuse me. And then I'm gonna kick to the front and to the back. And because I'm up on my forearm, my range is gonna be a little bit smaller with my leg,
And then as if I were down on my elbow or my upper arm. So 1, 2, 1, 2. Keeping my knees straight. And now what we're starting to work on is these lateral, deep, external rotators of your hip in here. One more. And these muscles are so important to do and work in Pilates because a lot of our movements are in the sagittal plane. And what we're working now is our frontal plane, not to get too fancy. But just know that this is a great way to be dynamic in your body and not repetitive with the same things over and over. So kick your leg up and down. And if you notice, I drop my rib cage, so I'm going to try to hold up as I lift my leg. And again. Up and down. Starting to feel a little heat in my hip. One more. And rest. Okay, then we're going to go into circles. So what you're trying to ask your body to do is to not borrow from the upper body. Keep it all in the legs and down. Circle. So we don't want to move that upper body. You're like a little statue. Press your other leg down into the mat and then reverse your direction with your circle. And rest. Let's take a little stretch. So I grab in front of my thigh and behind my ankle, and I'm going to lift and lower my floor leg a couple times. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So from here, I'm just going to bring my legs around, line my spine or my bottom up at the back of the mat, and I'm on my forearm. Sometimes we come down to here. If you need to do that, that's okay as well. Today, this is just a little bit harder. And my fingertips on the mat. Lift the top leg up a little bit and take a second to get hip over hip, shoulder over shoulder, knee over knee, ankle over ankle. Hold upper body still. And let's begin our kicks. So little glute and belly. 4 and 3 and 2. Reaching that leg so long. And 1, and rest. Okay, we're not going to let the rib cage fall as we lift the leg up and down, and up and down. Let's go 3 more times. We've got this. 3. Keep moving. 2, and 1, and then the circles. I'm going to reach my leg longer than my bottom leg as I circle around, and around, and around. Even circle to the front and back and reverse. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. And then I'm going to grab a hold of my foot here and take a little stretch into my glute and then lift and lower this floor leg here. I'm going to head into beads on belly before we move into our teaser. So stack your legs, roll onto your tongue, stacking your hands, lower your head and rest your head onto your hands and beat your thighs together. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, I'm going to also show you a little upper body exercise that goes well with this little series. So feet down, head on the hands. Keep your head and hands glued together and then lift your upper body from the mat and hold. Keep your tummy tight and make sure you're not dropping into your low back. Lengthen out and lower. So my head's going that way in my mind, my feet that way. Here we go. Lengthen and lift, hold. Scoop the belly. And if you feel this only in the lower back, try not to lift as high. Last time, and lift. And rest. All right, let's push back into a rest position here. Another fun opportunity to swing the legs through for teaser. So we're gonna go through teaser one leg. Lift one leg out in front of you, reach for your toes.
roll back, inhale, and roll up. 2 times. And switch legs. Okay, then we're going to head into tees or ones. You're going to try to bring your legs to one place. So I'm going to use my furniture today. So you're going to bring your legs out in front of you and hold your legs there. We roll back, inhale, and roll up and lengthen. So with tees or one, the legs don't change where they are in space. And one more, rolling back. And rolling up. Okay, now tees are 2. We hold the legs up. And we lower and lift the legs. 3, 2, and 1. And bend the knees. And then with tees are 3, we're going to unfold the spine and body into the mat and then kind of bring it right back up 3 times. Think of your body as a yo-yo, okay? If you have to bend your legs, that's okay. So we roll back and we roll up. Roll back and up. One more time, roll back and up. And then bend your knees. You're going to send your arms behind you. And we're going to do a little work called can-can, which gets our obliques, our side abs. So you're going to bring your knees side to side. If you're dying with your shoulders and hands back behind you, just come down to your elbows. That might be a little bit better for you. Okay, loosening that low back, keep your tummy in tight. And then I'm going to come back up to my arms. And we're going to try to do our hip circles today. This is another really hard level 3 exercise. So we're going to try to keep our arms strong, hands wider. It's going to be a little bit easier. Lift your legs, circle your legs down, around, and up. And then down, around, and up. One more each way. And last circle. Awesome. Bend the knees. We're going to send the legs out. Flip to the belly for swimming. Lifting my eyes, lifting my legs. I'm going to start kicking with my legs and really getting into my glutes and hamstrings. Not in my low back. If you're in your low back, we just got to keep pressing that pubic bone down. And now I'm going to ignite my arms. 5, 4, 3, strengthening that back body. Keep your arms plugged into your shoulders so you haven't lost your neck. And rest. From here we go into leg pull front. I lift my body up. Now if you're like, okay, that's a little much, Sarah, keep your knees down and then lift your knees and hold this position here. We're just going to hold. Make sure the elbows are facing each other, the crease of your elbows, and that you're not turning your elbows out. So strong. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And bend your knees. Let's turn our bodies around, and we're going to go into what I call table, which is a prep for leg pull back. My fingertips face my bottom. My heels are digging down. I'm going to squeeze my shoulder blades together, prop my chest up, and slowly lift my hips. This one's tricky. Opens your shoulders, strengthens those glutes, and I like to say it's the opposite of sitting at your computer or in a chair. Sitting makes us shorter. Anything we can do to open up. 4, 3, prolonged sitting over time makes us shorter. Excellent. And come back down. Okay, we're gonna head into a mermaid. Guess what? We only have 3 more exercises. So grab a hold of your ankle, reach your right arm up. If you can't grab your ankles like that, stagger out a little bit. That's okay. And then side bend up and over. Again, we're opening these ribs. Now in this position, when we're stretching sides, it's easy to let your bottom stick out. So curl your tailbone under and stretch at the same time. Then reach your arms out to a T. You're trying to get your spine vertical here. And then we move the spine a little bit more horizontal. And up and stretch. Tailbone under, pull the rib cage in. T arms, the letter T, vertical, and then stretching along horizontally. And last one, and side bend stretch. So if you guys stick with this, if you can maybe come 3 days a week, I'm trying to do this every single day that I am not going into my own studio, you will feel the difference. Sometimes teachers don't do as much Pilates as they should because we teach so much. And I have to tell you, since I've started to do this, I've noticed a lot of changes in my own body that are positive. So stick with it, stick with me. Let's keep doing this work and we will be better for it. I promise you that. And side stretch over. We've got one more, up and over. And I forget if we did the neck stretch. I don't think we did on that other side. Fabulous. Okay, from here we're going to swing the legs around. We're going into seal. Seal is considered a cool down exercise for the spine. That means that we're starting to land the plane. So we lift the feet up, beat the feet together, roll back to your shoulders, and roll up. When we're rolling, we try to eliminate any feeling of thump in your spine. So play with what your strategy is to not have that thump. Rolling back and rolling up. Now I'm going to take my feet all the way back to the floor and stretch my spine. And then I'm going to roll up, balance, and beat my feet together. I'm going to do that 2 more times. Roll back with control. I open up my spine. I'm reaching for the floor. Definitely a lot more limber now than I was when we started. I think we started at 9 today. And roll back and stretch. Now, this one's tricky. You cross your legs. And when I roll forward, I'm going to try to stand up without using my hands. And then turn around. For our push-up series, so yesterday, Kelly Gulbranson, my Pilates partner at the studio, had a 10 push-up challenge. So why don't we go ahead and do that today? If you could, film yourself doing push-ups and send them to me today. I would love that, and share that work that you're doing and motivate other people to move as well. Sometimes when things like this happen, we get frozen. Let's keep moving. 10 push-ups. In Pilates, we keep our elbows narrow. And 10. Then from here, curl your head in, but keep your hips where they were. And start to bend through your back, round into yourself. Now the hips are starting to lift. And then you walk your hands back. Stretch. I had a teacher who would have me keep my hands down and my heels down. So let's do that stretch. And maybe you can start to get your hands a little closer to your feet with progress, right? And one more. And then slowly stack your spine up, bone by bone by bone. Inhale, arms to the ceiling, and exhale, arms come down. All right, everyone, thank you so much for joining me. I think tomorrow we have class at 8 a.m. and I hope that you're able to somehow pay it forward and share something positive today. Have a really good day. Okay, Abby.
Yeah.
How do I save it?
Wait.
I just ended the video, so
Okay.
they weren't filming me anymore.
Okay. Well, can I say cancel?
Yeah.
Here, end it again.